On a good day, I don't see Javis dating Pella if Pella doesn't have money. Yes, I don't see her dating him without
That's
money.
an interesting one.
Yes.
I mean, but the thing is, they were not dating when they started collaborating.
Yes, they were not dating.
So it wasn't like she saw him and saw his money and then picked an interest in him.
On a good day, Javis
They started
will not even
collaborating
collaborate
because-
with Pella if he does not have money. Pella was already making money before their collaboration. If Pella were to be staying in one
I don't think
one
so.
place like that,
I don't think
to
so.
me, I even feel that Javis self, she feels she's too much for Pella. It's the money that is just keeping her there in the relationship.
I mean, I don't
Because most
know.
of their
I don't
videos, she'll
Yeah.
be like, she's always frowning. She's act as if, I'm too much for Pella. Auntie, Pella can get any girl you actually want.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Funtaqa Junction podcast, the home of real talk and the home of free minds and free speech. I'm your host, LA, and joining me today in the studio, I got two spectacular guests. The rocksteady, my right-hand man, Resh, and the second time guest, the delectable Ejiro Ochiko joins us. Guys, how's it going?
Ejiro is back. Ejiro is back.
Thank you.
Ejiro, it's good to have you. I mean, last time you were here, you caused some interesting...
Of course, because it's Ejiro now. I have to.
You caused
Of
some...
course.
you gave some interesting perspectives that...
Some opera.
yeah, made our listeners give some interesting opinions. And
Nice being here today again, though. I'm happy. I'm excited. So,
I'm excited you're here too. Because today, on this particular episode, I want to discuss money. Yes, I said it.
Okay.
I'm not shy again. I want to talk about money because some of the things that I saw online this week, it shook me. And I started asking myself some serious questions. You know how right now in this tenable economy, not everybody can wear suit and tie and make, a good, decent living. So everybody's looking for a way to, earn some good, sustainable means of livelihood. And it looks like social media is becoming a very interesting avenue now for young people to make money. I saw a video where Javis, the AI girl, announced that she had bought a new home, somewhere on the island, and she gave us a tour of the house. Looks really nice, I must say. And I was a bit shocked, like, Javis, buy house. I was trying to put two and two together because I feel like she just became like popular like maybe last year. And while I was trying to even make sense of that, then I saw another one, Ash Moshi, made a post maybe 2 days ago and said she was giving thanks to, God and hard work because she just successfully purchased her fourth property in a prime location somewhere in Lagos. And I said, wow, Ash Moshi makes kids, right? Buy 4 houses? Yeah, I was trying to do the math. I wonder how much money you can make from skits.
The math. The math is not mathing now.
Yeah. Initially, I'm not making any assumptions now. I'm just saying, I was trying to do the 1 and 2s. I'm like, skit making, okay, YouTube, okay, I get it, TikTok, 4 houses. Does that add up?
Yeah.
That's why we're here today. Guys, social media money. Is it real? Or is it really like the behind the scenes, the smoke screen for something else going on under the cabal? What do you guys think?
Yeah, social media money is actually real. I've been following that that's actually even my space anyway. So I've been following it for a while. And I think it depends on how intentional you are. If you look at the many different because there are different aspects of social media influencing, and you look at the entertainment, the fitness, music, entertainment, cooking. This girl, what's her name? The one that got the Guinness World Record.
Hilda.
Yeah, Hilda. She'll be doing cooking. That's social media influence. Asha Kine, that one gives gifts.
Don't even mention Asha Kine, please.
Up and down.
Where's Asha Kine in the morning to be doing all those things? Because you can't tell me.
But he gets
this kiss is what he's
gets
giving
endorsement too now.
Which endorsement?
He gets endorsement. Banks. There was one that I saw him do. Was Bank. that collaborated with him. I think it was
Yes,
Zenith
Indomie
Bank.
has got that collaborated with him
Indomie,
before too.
okay.
Yeah, so I mean they make money. This particular Jarvis I talked about, I actually used iPoditor online to check out to look at
You used what?
iPoditor.
Okay, iPod.
Yeah, that's what you use to check all the social media, what their reach is. I mean, what their ranking is. She's like 6,176 worldwide.
Okay.
Yeah, ranking number 176 in Nigeria. She's 148. She's at number 148, and yeah, she has over 400 million impressions. And that's calculating that's money. When you look at the reach, because they're going to be throwing adverts inside of most of all those are videos and stuff and all, and that's where the calculation comes from. That's what generates money and stuff. And because of the way our naira has gone bad,
Exactly.
$1,000, that's 1.6 million naira. So I mean, with 400 million, by the time you look at it, I mean, she's made maybe like, let's say she even makes $100,000 out of that.
Kai.
That's like how much.
So that's a little bit very simplistic in my opinion, but I'll get back to that in terms of the economics of social media money. But Ejiro, let me get your thoughts on that. The money that is being made, because let's not deny the fact that yes, there is some money being made. The question is the money enough to tear GLE 43 or 63S plus one house in Lekki at the same time? Do you understand? Just like how people that own bars now, yes, you make money in the bars, you sell drinks, but we all know that clubs and bars are also used as a front for money laundering, right? And you can inflate numbers and make it seem like the bar is what generated that income.
Yes.
And it's not new for people to say influencers have also been used, right, as a front for money laundering. So let's ask ourselves the real questions. Yes, people are making money on social media, but is the money enough to help you afford the kind of immediate turnaround that we see from some of these influencers in today's economy? What do you think?
Okay, to me, I really feel, in short, I know that social media money is real. Okay, there might be other things that might actually add, especially all these influencers, that maybe there are other things that they do as a side hustle to make this money. But I just want to use one of my friends as an example. I think she opened this TikTok account before me and everything, and she has been going live. She now has up to 1,000 followers. Now she told me that she stays in Abuja. She said she wants to pay her rent, that her rent is due, and she already has $182 in her account already. That's 200 and something K. I don't know if I'm mistaken. So she's waiting for the money to get to 500K so that she can withdraw. And this is somebody that she just dedicated time and energy to TikTok accounts last month. So why I want to say Jarvis and Pella and the rest can actually buy anything luxurious is because apart from that, they've been doing the work. They've been growing their accounts. Like for a TikTok Nigerian accounts, you're only paid when you go live, you have up to 1,000 followers and the rest. But for an international TikTok account, you're even paid per views. Only your views, you are being paid first. Then you can, I don't know when we actually remembered that period that Trump said he was going to ban TikTok in
was
America.
It Trump that was going to ban it, or the courts?
Yes, the courts. They said they were going to ban TikTok in America. You could see many influencers, many TikTok users were very worried because most of them opened international accounts. And these international accounts, once you view their videos, they are being paid. Those people, they've never even gone live. They are being paid already. And Nigerian TikTok accounts is kind of difficult to grow. I'm so sorry. You have to get to 1,000 followers before you can start streaming, as in and before you can actually show your face and everything. But there, I think they said you can have 300 followers, and yet you can actually use a camera to stream and everything. Yes, there was a match that happened between TikTok King, yes, TikTok King and Pella, and that day TikTok King went home with, like, I don't know, they said like 14 million coins. So you can you can.
Who are the people that are gifting these coins? That's the next question.
Most of them.
Did they throw lion up and
stay
down?
Abroad. There was one TikTok video I even saw. Somebody gave Jarvis 10 lions. Gifted at 10 lions.
What's the value of one lion? That was $500.
One lion is like I think.
Is it $1,000? Yes, $500.
Yes.
One lion is $500.
You can see somebody gifting you 10 lions in a day. See, I'm not even walking to any office.
Let me ask you a question.
I will not think of any job.
What are you streaming? What are you saying in your video that will make somebody give you 10 lions?
See, let me tell you, some people.
I'm trying to get into the psychology.
Some people just have
gifting.
this love for you naturally. You don't even need to do too much. Seriously.
Yeah, so this guy, what's his name? That was epic. You can check That Was Epic out. He's a Mexican American, and he has all these he has this YouTube channel where he makes like funny videos and stuff and all. Now he dedicates it more to doing charity and giving money and stuff and all. And he's done like a couple of different style of giving. He will call into people randomly. He will just log on to maybe TikTok. He will just call in randomly to somebody that is maybe doing live stream.
That was what Nicki Minaj did one day.
And he will just give the person $1,000.
True.
You know, and I mean they do it like often like that and all. Especially in America, and $1,000 in America is kind of, for somebody that is doing real streaming. This guy that I'm talking about, That Was Epic, has 7 million, close to 8 million followers on YouTube, and his impression is wild. His impression is wild, like billions of views and stuff and all. So he's one of the big guys. He even got an award, give him an award for one of the best YouTubers, I mean, across and all. He actually started with Big Dogs TV. I follow all these guys because I like all those their videos and stuff and all. So for Nigerians, I mean, they can, because I mean, if you are going to give, like you talk about this Jarvis now, when they gave her money, they gave her 500 lions, 500 lions, $500.
10 lions.
10 lions.
10 lions. Now how much that is? 500.
That's $5,000.
That's $5,000.
Why we should not buy a house?
Yeah, so
with $5,000. Okay, so let's put it in context, right? And because I'm an analytical thinker, I want to try and break it down into the naira and kobo. Yeah, because again, we are in a time when a lot of younger people are putting less emphasis on studies, education, all that corporate work. And they are looking up towards social media as an outlet, right, to make a good living. So I think it owes us to, dimension the realities and manage expectations, because sometimes you can go in thinking, in 1 year I can blow and I'll buy a house in Lekki and I'll tear Benz. Is that really the reality? And that's what I'm trying to drive at, right? Let's talk about YouTube, for example. YouTube money. Right. Because for now, I think YouTube is probably one of the platforms that Nigerians can make money without much restrictions. What's the pay per view for YouTube? Say typical 1,000 views. I know they have different rates based on the content. If it's comedy, if it's educational, if it's music. You have an idea?
For YouTube, I don't have any idea.
1,000 views. I think the cost per meal is maybe $13 ish. That's how much they charge advertisers.
$13 depends on the people that are placing adverts on your.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe like $4.
$4, right?
$4.
Yeah, exactly. If you're in America or in Europe, it's probably higher.
Yeah.
In Nigeria,
because in America they do a lot of adverts.
Yeah.
And all. Yeah. So it's targeted to American, consumers, customers.
Okay.
So they are paying.
So you can see all these movie producers, they're even making money. Some don't even stress themselves to make any movie in the cinema that wants to blow or something. When they just upload on YouTube, they are okay. They are very, very okay.
So let's say YouTube pays you $4 when you finally get monetized. Because to get monetized on YouTube, you need to have some criteria: 3,000 subscribers, 10,000 watch hours, all that stuff. So let's say you join the product. I can't remember what they call it now. The creators program on YouTube, right? And you start earning $4 per 1,000 views on your videos, right? How many views do you need to make to earn, say, $4,000?
Well,
do the math.
Yeah.
That's 4 million views.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 4 million.
$4, 1,000 views. To make $40,000, 4 million views.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are the odds that you make 4 million views on a video? Now, let's say you're lucky to get 1 or 2 videos that get viral, right? A house, typical house in Nigeria now, lucky, like $400,000 ish, right? So that means you need to have 400,000 divided by 4,100. You need to have 100 videos.
You need to have some word.
You need to have 100 videos that clock 4 million views.
You need to have some word.
To be able to earn $400,000 to buy a house. That's one house.
Yeah.
How many content creators do we have that have 100
that can live up
videos
to
that have 4 million views?
Target.
I checked one of the guys that have the biggest followings in Nigeria, Shady. Shady does very well on YouTube, I won't lie, right? He has a couple of million subscribers.
Some macaroni.
Some macaroni. But their videos are, say you do too well, 500k views per video. But they put in the work, right? They release quite a lot of videos.
Yes.
But what's the average?
That's
right?
the bottom line.
What's the average? How many videos can really do 1 million?
I think.
Well, so if you put it in that context.
And I get what you're saying. It requires a lot of dedication. It requires a lot of time. It requires a lot of you churning out content like back to back.
Too.
And it requires time.
It requires time.
That's what I think. That's where I'm saying the time part of it.
Yeah.
You need to have given time for you to make that much money.
You know how long it
to spend.
It takes for you to upload just one video
on YouTube.
Yeah. So that's time. It consumes a lot of time. And yeah, so now that is when we'll now look at it okay. So these guys that are now saying,
sometimes you guys are doing.
Are you sure you guys are not doing anything else?
Because I feel like it's very simplistic to say, there's money in social media. So that means when someone comes down and tears Rolls Royce, Sabinus comes down and tears Range Rover 2025, we'll just say, there's money in social media, and then we just excuse it and move on that way. Meanwhile, other things fit inside the pot where they make the soup sweet, where you don't know.
Yeah, but that part of it is partnerships, endorsements,
gifting.
Art
They give these people,
No, they only give. They give gifts on YouTube.
Only
as
TikTok.
Well. No, they give gifts on YouTube. As
YouTube.
Well. Yeah, they give. If you are doing live,
okay,
they give gifts just like those. But those ones are in dollars. You can give in any. You can give in naira self, or they will just convert it to whatever currency the person is, wherever the person is and stuff. And all.
No,
so
apart from gifting on the social media platform, some people are maybe some like Pella now. I don't really like his content. I'm sorry.
I don't even know the Pella person.
You're not really alone on that.
But he has so much followers.
Yeah.
So much, and he's making so much money. I think he bought a car, wasn't it last month or last 2 months?
Yeah.
And he's making so much money. So some people they
might just like you. 300 million.
Yes, and some people they might just like you.
That one I concern you.
Some people might just like you and gift you money.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody gifted a girl on one live that I joined, told her to drop her account number and give her, I think, it's not 25K for breakfast or something. So some people just like
25,000 naira.
25,000 naira. Yes,
Okay.
not dollars.
Yeah, okay, I wanted to be sure. Say maybe what's it called?
So some people just like you naturally and gift you, apart from the social media platform, they can just gift you money.
Yeah.
That's just
I saw this YouTuber Marwa. I am Marwa. You know Wodemaya now.
Who's that?
Wodemaya, one Ghanaian guy that does travel vlogger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's been vlogging just like what Tayo I know does.
Okay.
I know, yeah. So it was true with Wodemaya that I got to see that Marwa guy. Marwa guy is a Kenyan guy. He's married to one Argentinian lady. You know. And I think I made reference to them when we were talking about that, what's it called? That, is this Soweto or something that... Lesotho, yeah. Yeah. You know. And he does YouTube. There was a day that him and his wife, they were complaining about... how life is hard. She was just, I watched that particular video. She was like, she doesn't even know what's wrong with her. Sometimes life is just hard, and all like everything. Guess what? The next video, she was just kissing Marwa. Guess what? Somebody gave them $4,000.
Okay. Okay. See now.
The girl was just kissing Marwa. I was like,
someone gave them $4,000.
$4,000.
Like gifting online or something.
Yeah. Out of the blues, like the person just dashed them 1,000. Yeah. And the person said he doesn't want to be mentioned.
Okay. Can you see instances like that?
Testimony.
Yeah. So I think what also helps to what will also help people to trust you and people to kind of get committed to you and want to kind of be part of your story.
Yeah.
Is the vulnerability that they also see. They see the realness in you. They see how, you know, which is what happens with all those guys that does normal day-to-day, what's it called, vloggers, you know, that just does, I'm going to Yaba, I'm going to this is what happened and stuff and all those.
I think that you don't need to make your videos so perfect.
Exactly. He doesn't make videos so perfect though.
You don't need to make your videos so
If you
perfect.
see where this Marwa guy started,
just be yourself.
The guy started from one of the, if you go and watch his video,
his old video, the guy,
yeah,
because the name is ringing a bell.
Old videos. The guy started from shanties, was a Makoko type of what's it called though? Yeah. Guy has been to like 70 countries. His family, if you see the what's it called, the villa, he calls his house villa. The guy built one big house and stuff. The land is so big in in Kenya, and a lot of people come. The guy is a very influential guy, you know. But for me, I'm also looking at it that at what cost. Sometimes when you're also trying to be, I don't know really, but I mean the guy has made money. Bottom line, that's what I know, really. But I mean, you also have to ask yourself, like, morally, is this what you really want to do? Because there are some things that you just have to do, really. Because, I mean, it's part of it. Maybe you get into the shower, for instance, you know, and you
just carry camera.
You have to carry camera.
Yes, now.
You know, I mean,
like you want to record everything.
Yeah.
And that's so okay. So I guess that part where we talk about how far are people now willing to go to just because they want to capture everything, right? But before that, let's talk about, okay, we established that social media right now is an actual avenue for making money that young people can explore. For Nigerian creators and African creators, what are the platforms that you think are the best for making money right now? Based on just your experience and what you think, like what platform do you think young people should focus on if they're really looking at, you know, monetizing content and, you know, building like sustainable income for themselves?
For social media, TikTok and Facebook. For me, that's
Facebook,
TikTok. For on Facebook, you can actually monetize your accounts on Facebook, but I don't know. Me, I'm this kind of person that I've never really been a social media person. I believe that I should be on any social media platform because I want to make money. I cannot be posting anything on social media and I'm not making
For
money,
posting sake.
it's either for business or something. That's why I use my social media most of the time, my social media platforms for making money. I was like, even this TikTok, I joined TikTok that time it just came out. I think it was in 2020. It was really
COVID.
So much buzz on TikTok. I joined, but I was like, follow. I deleted the account. Now I'm even regretting why I did not join. Why I did not take time to study the account there. But for now, if you want to really make money on this platform, and you don't need to be so perfect. You don't need to think of I need a very fine background, think of aesthetics. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. It's because you don't know the person watching you on his or her FYP. So some people just like you naturally and everything. TikTok and Facebook. But number one for me now, TikTok.
I think YouTube is good, and a number of platforms, but Facebook is even encouraging people to, post and stuff. I see them sending me message when I post. They'll tell me this one has reached so. You need to post again.
Exactly.
And if I don't want to post, I'm not posting. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't want to post. But Facebook, like she said, to TikTok.
Yeah.
But outside of, the platform that is ideal for monetizing. But what exactly do you want to post? Also, you also need to ask yourself, like,
what are you
posting? You just want to be a nuisance, because some people are like that.
You just need to find your niche. That's the thing.
Some people are just nuisance.
They don't belong to any.
Yeah.
They've not found their niche. They don't
like,
belong to any category. Make I just and you cannot just be posting like
it's
that.
Just like this Jarvis that we're talking about. It's the niche, the niche that she just carved out, like.
I remember there was a time where she actually stopped this AI stuff for some time, and people were like, "Oh, you're so glued to Pella. We knew you we knew you guys individually. Go back to your content creating."
Are they going out or what?
Yes, now they're dating now.
I don't know them.
Well, they're supposed to be dating, but I don't even know if it's for sure.
Which one be supposed to be dating? Those people are dating.
It could be for sure. It might be
okay, whether it's for sure, it's not for sure, but they are dating.
Yeah, officially they are supposed to be dating.
They are dating because on a good day, I don't see Jarvis dating Pella if Pella doesn't have money. Yes, I don't see her dating him without money.
That's an interesting one.
Yes,
but the thing is, they were not dating when they started collaborating.
Yes, they were not dating.
So it wasn't like she saw him and saw his money and then picked an interest in him.
On a good day, Jarvis
they started collaborating because
Pella, if he does not have money, Pella was already making money before their collaboration. If Pella were to be staying in one place like that,
I don't think so.
To me, I even feel that Jarvis said she feels she's too much for Pella. It's the money that is just keeping her there in the relationship.
I don't
because most of their
know.
videos she'll be like, she's always frowning, she's act as if I'm too much for Pella. Auntie, Pella can get any girl you actually want. Yeah, the one. So I know.
No, but hold up.
They both have their money.
Hold up. Exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
Yes, they have their money individually, but
they
make more money together.
You're just getting it now. They make more money. Jarvis was already more of a known face before Pella even became popular. That's a fact, right? However, when Jarvis, I think there was a time when in one of the podcasts she was talking about how they got to meet. They had a live together. Something just happened and they had a live conversation. Like, maybe one person just calls into your live and they were talking. And then she realized that in that particular video, while they were talking, their vibe was something that people liked. Like, she was insulting him, he would insult her, they would just banter themselves. And they realized that the comments were like a lot. Like, people were even teasing that, she want to toast her, she no agree for you. And then they realized that combo was generating even more buzz than when they were doing their own thing separately. So they had the idea, okay, let's collaborate and let's see what this can make of it. So that's why I'm saying I don't think it was the money that made
So they are
Jarvis.
deceiving social media for the main time, so they can.
That's
make
why I
enough
say
money.
they are supposed to be dating.
Because sometimes,
I don't
when
really
they
see their
have
relationship like
issues-
it's genuine, to be honest.
Sometimes they have issues though, and they come live and everything. They start insulting each other, and I feel it's just. And sometimes I'll be like, these people they plan this thing.
It feels planned, right?
It feels planned so that people they will have more views.
But the truth of the matter
collabo.
is that so that is also possible, very very possible, because if the idea is to monetize that space and all, you can start writing scripts for yourselves and say, this is how we're going to do today.
Mm-hmm.
This is the controversy we're going to create today.
Of course,
and
and you know,
stuff and all.
Nigerians they fall for anything.
Yeah, so that's the
Absolutely. My top platforms for making money: TikTok, YouTube, X. I'd have said Facebook, but I don't understand Facebook.
no Facebook is actually.
But people,
making
yeah,
money.
I
is
Facebook
making
pays. Facebook pays a lot. X, formerly called Twitter, they probably have the most like clear framework for monetization.
Yeah.
But X is somehow, I feel like
Clear
X is
framework for
classes.
monetization is also contingent on you subscribing to your
Yeah,
blue check.
exactly. So you got to
And
subscribe
then
to their blue
you
check.
also have to be that's Elon guy.
I don't have strength
That's
for
Elon Musk.
Twitter.
Yeah, no, X is
That's
crazy.
Elon Musk guy.
Yeah.
That guy is
X is
well,
crazy.
he's trying to make money, or he's trying to make money.
Yes,
That's the
no.
whole idea. Because if you are subscribed to the platform, you are paying.
Yeah.
And there are different categories. You know, I mean, the highest one, I think the highest one is like how many dollars? Maybe like $14.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, $14 a month. This other one is like $9 or so. So if you are doing that, you also have to be there to be posting every day, to be making sure that you're getting rich and stuff and all. And the thing is, so it's more like you are working for Elon Musk and you are paying Elon Musk to work.
And some people have picked controversy as a way of making money on social media.
Of course.
Sometimes they don't really mean what they are saying, but because they want to drive more traffic to their page, so they are just controversial. They just decide to be controversial.
Yeah, without adding any value.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so where does that leave you eventually at the end of the day?
Yeah, being controversial, you are saying the truth. All of them are making money on social media.
So the bottom line is just make money regardless.
No, so I think that's where I think TikTok edges it out than the rest of them, and maybe YouTube as well, because with TikTok, like you said, once you find your niche, it can be that you like talking about healthcare, it can be that you like talking about sports,
relationships,
it can be that you like talking about relationships, it can be that you like talking about art, music. If you find your niche and you contribute, or you become committed to contributing consistently in that niche or to that niche, you build your own community, and TikTok gives you the avenue to earn money for that without needing to be controversial. Like X now, before you can even go viral on Twitter, X, you go try. You must not embarrass your family or something. You must not do something either embarrass your parents, embarrass yourself, embarrass your Lord and Savior before X could give you views.
You have to go on maybe Adeboye's post and abuse Adeboye.
No point.
You have to do something very bottom line. That's what I'm saying.
You just go over and beyond unnecessarily.
Exactly.
Just to create traffic.
X
is wild.
That's that place.
X is wild. But Facebook and TikTok and YouTube is hard too, bro.
YouTube
is hard, man.
YouTube is hard.
Bro, I don't even know what the criteria is for deciding to push your stuff to like
YouTube is,
wider audience. I don't even understand why the algorithm is so difficult.
If you are for instance, like our own podcast, we talk serious talk. YouTube doesn't like serious talk. No one wants you to talk serious talk. Just look for one what's it called? Very
light-hearted
surface, stuff. Surface conversation and just throw it out there. Feel good type of, and all. So if you are very, very serious, you are going to try to
break into that niche, right?
But
I don't even think it's just that. I think that even other creators who like try to do like fun stuff, vibey stuff, I see them struggle too.
No, but if you look at go and look at the top earners on YouTube. Go and look at top earners on YouTube. That will give you an idea.
Like Mr. Beast.
Mr.
Beast is
Beast.
crazy on YouTube. I wonder what he
Mr.
does.
Beast,
What's his content
that
about?
one is also
Vibes.
US type of this thing.
I don't understand. What do you mean by that?
They push them now. You know the way it is. You know, I mean, I don't even want to let the cat out.
Nah,
the bag.
conspiracy theorists now.
Let the cat out the
They say
bag.
they push them.
Yeah, they
Okay.
push them actually. You know,
But you
because
just complain about
for
being too
instance,
serious. So yeah, just see
for
what's on your
instance,
mind now.
For instance, you can hear stuff like "sexiest man alive."
Okay.
Sexiest man alive in the context of or in Hollywood's mind is Angelina Jolie.
Man or woman?
Angelina Jolie now, man.
That's a woman.
Sexiest woman alive, rather.
Yeah.
Sexiest woman alive.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie. Or sexiest man alive, Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff.
Yeah.
So they know they have a way of pushing their own, and don't forget that YouTube is an American brand.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
so they put them-
So
Joe
I say the
Rogan-
platform is pushing
Yeah,
Mr.
they do
Beast.
it now.
and
Should be,
those
I mean,
guys.
I say they're
Spotify.
being picky.
Yeah, even Spotify too. They said Spotify to all those their fake, fake streams. Large numbers of streams. They say they are cutting down on it now, but because people are figuring
They're
it out,
finding
like
out
their
that-
lies and stuff. So they just inflate the figures and say this one has streamed so, this one has streamed
Wow.
so. Yeah, Spotify is kind of cutting down now. They are even coming out to say this one is not actually accurate. This one is not accurate and all. I saw the conversation. I mean, the course of the week and all. So yeah. I mean, but bottom line, what I'm just trying to say is that people are making money. There is no doubt about that and all. But
But you need to dedicate time.
yeah, if you're carving a niche out for yourself, just make sure that you carve a right niche.
Yes.
You are not too controversial. Because if you are controversial like this, you're not going to make money. Then go.
You will make problems.
See, he said that
And
Budge
go.
is controversial and she's making money. That girl.
I'm
That girl is controversial.
this girl too. I mean, before Trump came into office,
Candace Owens.
they were just yanking her off
Yeah.
all.
So when we say controversial,
Controversial
like you're
doesn't
trying
mean
to
that-
speak like hard truths.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
controversial like
They
Sarah Bosch.
call
Sarah Bosch
you-
is just
yeah.
playing around.
Yeah, they'll
That's
call you
not-
conspiracy theorists. Maybe you're talking about COVID now.
Yeah.
They're saying maybe COVID shouldn't have been that
They want to
hard.
be unveiling like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
hard
Okay. I get what you
lies,
mean.
government
yank
lies,
you
all
off
kinds of
of,
stuff.
then
Yeah.
will yank you off of there. So you just need to know exactly how to maneuver and go around it and all. Because of course, if you have also built the platform for yourself,
Yeah.
you also have to be careful so that they don't strike you. Because if they strike
Yeah.
you enough like that,
Yeah,
they just
true.
demonetize you.
Yeah.
You're not
Fast.
gonna
I
get
know
money.
it's good I said that because I remember
They'll
this
restrict your
guy
account
that's on
soon.
TikTok, Dylan Page. I don't know if you know him. They call him News Daddy. So he became very popular for like reporting what's happening around the world in a very like quick, sharp way. And then I think at the point in time, his followers started rivaling or was higher than that of the Daily Mail. So people started listening to Dylan Page more for like news happening
Yeah.
around the world
Yeah, they-
over Daily Mail and other like official. And at the point in time, Daily Mail acknowledged him and they started fighting like, oh, like a competition, who has the highest followers. So I think he got 200 million followers at some point, Dylan Page. And what that did to him was he started getting invitations from like the UN. So he'll be invited to like the G7 summits where like the presidents of big countries, Canada, America will be in. And then they'll give him access to just like be in the room for the pre-brief meeting before the main meeting starts, and you interact with other journalists and stuff, and also stream it.
So
like,
I can put it on his
yeah, so he
platform.
became that influential. However, I think so along the line, he started seeing himself as the voice of the truth. So he started going a bit deeper in his reporting and creating conjectures, like where you're reporting the way that you are trying to get people to think,
curious.
yeah, oh, maybe this is why this is happening.
Yeah.
So you're not just reporting what's happening, you're now giving some additional insights that can make people to think, oh, maybe the government is trying to do this and do that. They cut him off.
Yeah, that's what
He lost his page. TikTok took his page down, straight up, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
And then some of the videos were deleted. Before he could even recover his page back, they had to take away some of the videos he has posted that made so many views, took it off, and then give him serious warnings. So now he has to cut back and stick
maintain
to the guidance that he has. So that's
Exactly.
just saying like you can't be controversial. You can't try and be the truth sayer. Just stick to what they're asking you to do and make your money.
Yeah, but well, I think you just have to decide. I mean, what you want to do, really. Do you want to make money? Is it just about making money?
Yeah.
And if it's just about making money, then you go for it. You just do whatever you want to do. But if it's about informing, if it's about, which is what Candice talk to, and that's actually why I like her person, really. Not everybody can do that, actually. Candice and Officer Tatum, they started together. They started Blexit together and stuff. Officer Tatum, that one don't pipe down. That one, they even talk. That one are just gist, small gist.
Yeah.
One thing, short one thing. That's what that one is doing.
Yeah.
But Candice is willing to stick it out. Like, they demonetized that. There was a time during Biden era, they removed all those people giving her token money and all. They removed everything. You know, Candice now created our own website where people were going to donate independently, you know, because they couldn't donate on, on YouTube and stuff and all. So it depends on what you really want to do. And I think I also like what Trump did, because, what happened is when Trump was running, because the mainstream media didn't want to give him audience and stuff and all.
Yeah.
So he now went to all these Joe Rogan, went to all these podcasters and stuff and all and everything. So when when Trump now realized that actually Joe Rogan is even reaching more audience than CNN, than Fox and all. So, you know, so now what Trump administration has done now is now giving access to podcasters. You know, so podcasters now can do a White House briefing. They can go, and there was one very young guy. He started doing YouTube during Trump era. The guy has gone everywhere. The guy has gone viral, you know. I mean, I've forgotten his name, but he's tall, you know. Maybe we'll put the link on this But the guy has gone very wild. I mean, the guy now went to White House, went to the back. I mean, stuff that you've never seen before. Actually, in the White House, you have BBC. They have their own studio inside the White House.
Yeah.
CNN have their own studio inside. Fox has their own studio. This guy went in there behind the scene and he was interviewing all of them. So how does it feel? So this is how it works and stuff and all. You will never see that before.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, we're talking about that influence, the influence of, you know, I mean, running your own thing, do your own thing, you know, and then getting audience and stuff and all. And then being recognized, like you said, being recognized by global bodies, UN and stuff and all and everything. Yeah. So yeah, you just decide what you want to do. You know, and
So there you have it. Social media money might just be a thing. So in case you've been thinking, should I follow this path? You have your answer. Don't waste another second. Grab that phone, grab that ring light, and start recording.
But there's some people that do this thing for fun. Like there was this YouTuber I came across. I was just scrolling. I was just checking YouTube, and I came across Fumi Desaluwood. That woman, the way she talks, her mannerisms and everything, very classy and very catchy. The first day I watched, I watched a video on YouTube. I looked for her on Instagram. I followed her. I subscribed to her YouTube channel because the woman, and I'm sure she was just doing it for fun, because even prior to when she started this YouTube, Instagram, she had money. She's from a rich family, and she said she got married at the age of 48, and she's somebody that has really moved with people, Naomi Campbell and the rest. So she was actually a model. She has modeled for this social media stuff. I think she was just doing it for fun, but now I think she's making money from it because she has really improved. That woman is my favorite YouTuber. I love her a lot.
I think I'm going to also emphasize on what you said, really, because a lot of people also want to say, okay, because this one is making money, me too, I'm going to start YouTube, I'm going to start
and
this
that might not be
stuff.
your calling.
Requires a lot of dedication, so that you don't get frustrated.
Yeah. And
true.
patience.
Yeah. A lot of patience.
Lots of patience, bro.
A lot of patience.
And continuous improvements. I know they always say, just record. Don't think too much about it.
Yeah.
Don't try to be perfect. True. But at the same time, some little adjustments here and there to find that sweet spot where your audience really like.
And at least watch other people. Look at it, they're doing their own thing.
And
get some ideas from it.
Some also think that they've used their time. They've used their time up on YouTube. I mean, like this guy, the Big Doors TV. He said he's used his time up and he retired.
Mm.
And then he left, what's it called? As at the time that he left, he was the highest prank channel on YouTube.
Okay. Mm.
I mean, but then YouTube is still paying him, actually, because all
Those
these
videos
videos
will continue
are
gradually.
still
watch
paying,
videos,
they're
yeah.
still paying and stuff. And that's also the benefit of, I mean, YouTube. You know, when you think like, I mean, some of those videos that you are recording, they may not really make money. By the time you go viral and stuff and all,
Yeah.
and when you retire, you just realize that
Man,
dollar don't enter again. Yeah, so that's the way. It works.
Exactly.
Easy money. All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate your time on the show to discuss this very impactful episode. I do hope you've enjoyed it to our listeners and you've been inspired to also live your dreams. We got to go now, but don't go anywhere because very soon we'll be dropping another episode called What's Hot and What's Not and What's Entertaining. Till then, catch you. Stay jiggy. I'm signing out. Peace out. Ejiro, thanks so much for joining us on this episode.
Thank you.
Bye.
Later.